Sai Ram. Welcome to Sri Sathya Sai Lok Seva Gurukulam video session. Our country, India, had progressed a lot from the ancient time. If you take from the human stage where we were having nomadic life to the present age, if we take our country, India, we have progressed a lot. In the 21st century, if we take our artificial satellites had reached space. We have progressed in the field of information technology and even in communication. As two sides of the coin, one side a lot of progress, another side some of the problems which we are facing even in the present world, we are going to discuss today in this session. Social science and the problems of present day society. It has been a long journey from the times when we were hunters in the forest to the modern times when we explored other planets and sent out satellites into outer space. If we observe from the stage of nomadic life, being hunters, from that stage we have progressed a lot, that we have explored other planets. We have reached even space, studies are still going on, and sent out satellites into outer space. See, it has been a long journey from the times when we were hunters in the forest. See how human beings had started in the form of hunters to the stage where we have reached other planets. Still, we are studying about Mars and even about other satellites in the outer space. Information can now be stored and communicated with the help of computers and robots. So, we are getting this information and sitting at home, we are able to watch the programs which is happening in the other part of the world. We have progressed a lot. Information can now be stored and communicated with the help of computers and even robots. We have stepped into age of information and communication technology. We are at present, if we take due to this COVID situation, even the classes, it is happening through online. So, we are depending upon this communication technology, modern technologies. With that, we are able to cope up with the present world. Cities have given way to the metropolis. So, from the ancient time cities, it has become modern cities with a lot of facilities. But we are still changing, developing, evolving and progressing. If we take, still we are in the process of this progress, evolving, and even the changes are happening even today. It has been a very long journey with many new discoveries and challenges and opportunities. So, it took a lot of time for all these discoveries, and also these a lot of challenges and opportunities we are having. The relationship of humans with self, society and nature should inspire us to create a society in which all of us, rather than only a few, could lead a gainful life. Here, just understand, though the society, the world, it is progressing and the development, it is happening, but at the same time, there's a lot of facilities and the changes which is helping a very few rather than the entire categories. So, about some of the problems we will be discussing today. Even though we have made good progress, we still need to overcome several challenges. Although we have made some progress, we still need to overcome several challenges. So some of the challenges still we are facing and we need to overcome, and about some of these challenges we are discussing today. First one, poverty and hunger. Supreme Court had given a law on September 3rd, 2019 that no one should sleep without food. No child should sleep without food. This law has been formed in our country from 2019. That means even in the present world there are children or the families which are really poor and they are facing this hunger. They are sleeping empty stomach. So just understand, there are some NGOs those who are working to provide food for these children to remove this hunger. And due to this hunger or due to this poverty, they are not able to get sufficient food, and it has resulted in malnutrition. This malnutrition from generation to generation, it is passing through and it is affecting children, and even in the present world more than 5,000 children dies due to malnutrition. So this is one among the important problem which we are facing. Poverty and hunger. People are poor and they are not able to have food, which is affecting their life. People are dying due to this hunger. Second problem, that is inequitable distribution of wealth. Inequitable, that means there is no equality. So inequitable distribution of wealth. Here, wealth, it is not distributed equally. What might be the reason for that? Think that in our country there are 100 people. And in that, if you take around 90 people, they are poor, and around 10 people, they are really rich. That means the wealth, it is not distributed equally. This mainly causes, if you take around 15 people, if you take, they are the richest one compared to 2/3 of the population of our country. So around 90% of the population, they are really poor, and they are having the problem of this wealth, unequal distribution of wealth. There are rich people, they are always rich, and there are some people, they are very poor and they are facing this problem because of the unequal distribution of wealth. Next problem, that is unemployment and underemployment. Unemployment, as the term suggests, one person will be qualified enough and he may not be getting a job as per his qualification. Think that one person had qualified for this engineering and he might be searching for a job, and he is not getting the job as per his qualification, and he is jobless. And another problem is underemployment. Here the situation is that person will be qualified. He might be having the qualification, but he may be working in some other field with less salary which he had not even trained for. Have you understood? Unemployment means person is qualified but he is not getting a proper job as per his qualification. Second point is underemployment, where the person is qualified but he had to sacrifice to get the wages. He will be working in some other field just for his livelihood. Fourth problem, parallel economy, tax evasion and black money. Parallel economy, it is also called as unaccountable money, or it is also termed as shadow money. That means it is related to money. Here, if I use the term unaccountable money, that means it has not come to our account in a proper way. Here, just take one example. A person, think that a teacher who is working in a school, the moment he will be returning home, he will be taking some tuition classes. The proper salary which he is getting, that is of accountable money. He is having the correct proof. But when he takes tuition classes, he will be collecting money as cash. There will not be a proper account of that. For this money, there is no proof. He or she will be collecting in the form of cash. Or take the example of an auto rickshaw driver or a rickshaw driver. When you travel, you might be giving money in cash sometimes. They may not be encouraging you to pay in like transferring money through accounts. Instead of that, you might be paying as cash. Or even take another example of a local store near to your area. You might be buying a lot of stuffs, and when you pay the amount rather than paying in through the online transfer, they might be asking you to pay as cash. At the same time, when that person, if he is collecting money in cash, there will not be any account of that. That means it is unaccountable money. Is it clear now? So here, next point is tax evasion. So normally why we are paying tax? The government is collecting tax for the development which is made in our country. So they will not, as this amount which they have collected just now, which I told, that will not come into their account. So they will not be paying tax for that. So they are tax evaders here. At the same time, another point, that is black money. This money, as it is not collected through a proper channel, it is black money. So they are not paying tax, and the expenditure of the family they will be doing with the cash which they have taken, and the amount which they have withdrawn as salary, it will be kept in their account. Is it clear? Next point, that is corruption in public life. Illegal or honest method of collecting money, that is corruption. Those who are in power or those who are working in government firms, for doing the government work which they have appointed for, they will be collecting money from people which is unauthorized. It is this corruption or bribery is considered as a cancer which has affected our country, which has affected the present world. So corruption in public life, that is another problem. Sixth point, that is pollution and environmental degradation. India has progressed. Now India is a developing nation. Factories have been set up. People, they started having city life. It has brought progress. If you take this industrialization, it is the backbone of Indian economy that has brought a lot of progress to our country. But to the other side of it, it is creating pollution. Once when a factory is set up, it is giving out poisonous gases. And these gases, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide and all, when they give out, it is not good for the health. People, we are inhaling those polluted air and it is affecting the health. This pollution, which is actually affecting the air, water, even thermal pollution and also noise pollution. So, it is affecting or creating this environmental degradation. So, when we inhale those polluted gases, it will be affecting us and we will be sick. So, is it clear? Pollution and degradation. Pollution and environmental degradation. Yeah, seventh point, lack of nationalism and love for the country. Nationalism or patriotism, the love for one's own country. See, normally when we observe in India, the spirit of this nationalism, we will have when we watch a movie full of patriotism, or even when there is a match between two countries, you will be in full josh to support our own country. So, that nationalism, it is not for a particular day or while having a match between two countries. It should be always, we should be loving our own nation and that will bring the progress. Next topic, gender-based problems. Gender, male and female. So, who will be discriminated here? Yes, women. So, gender problems, who will be facing this problem? Women. Discrimination against women, crime against women, dowry system, infanticide, foeticide, human trafficking and prostitution. So, here the problems faced by the women, we are discussing here, crime against women, misusing women, dowry system, that means the huge amount which is given to the groom's family by the bride's family during the marriage. Dowry system, infanticide, that means killing children. Foeticide means killing when they come to know that it is a girl baby in the womb itself, they will be killed. Human trafficking and prostitution, that means kidnapping girl children and misusing, and even prostitution. Women, they will be selling their bodies and they will be living with that. That is gender based problems. This is one among the problems which we are facing even today. Next point, that is violence. Terrorism and Nuclearism. So, these are the violent steps taken by the group of people against the country. They will be creating terror and they will be following some ideologies and creating terror. Nuclearism means mainly it is happening in the tribal areas. They may not have major contributions in the constitution, so they will be working or they will be creating violence and working even against the state. Last point, that is hurdles to national integration. When I use the term national integration, that means you might have heard the term unity in diversity. When India got independence, Britishers told this country will not last long with this unity. So, just understand, it is like unity, it is affecting the unity of our nation. Lot of diversities we are having. Do you know how many officially accepted languages are there in India? 22. So, in a country having lot of languages, officially and even unofficial languages are also there. So, discrimination based on the language, regionalism, east, west, north, south and all, regional discrimination, and caste system, that means like Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishyas and Shudras are there, and even communalism, that means religious rights and all which is created. All these things one by one, which is affecting the national integration. Is it clear? Thank you, brother. Is it clear now? So, we will be discussing the questions. Make a list of some problems which you face in your society which are not listed in this lesson. See, we have discussed about gender discrimination. We have discussed about unequal distribution of wealth. A lot of points we have discussed. Here the question is, make a list of some problems. Even now, there are children, those who are facing problem with child labor, though it is officially banned. Like that, you can make a list of some of the problems which you face in your society, which are not listed in this lesson, which is not discussed in this lesson. You can make out all those lists having the problems. Which is not discussed in this lesson, you can discuss here as answer. Discuss how subjects in social science can help you in finding solutions to your problems. So here, discuss how subjects in social science can help you in finding the solution. We have discussed about some of the problems. So how? By studying the social science, we can find a solution. With the progress of human civilization, the problems can also increase. Can you identify some problems which have arisen with urbanization and industrialization? So, what are the problems which we are facing due to these developments like urbanization and industrialization? Is it clear? Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.